With a design sprint, you're really looking for a challenge that's like a little too big and intimidating. The Weekender, it was a perfect match just because there were unknowns, there are big risks, and we're trying to kind of learn early so that we don't spend a year developing something and then have it be a failure.
What we're learning is that people are kind of stressed out by the news right now.
The Weekender brand is a departure from other content when you think about Hearst newspapers.
So this is really an opportunity for us to use an advantage that we have, which is local credibility, and apply it to more of these softer, interesting things that happen as part of living in the city.
It was a very useful exercise to get thoughts down on paper and then reflect back on them as a group, sort of catalog and create a record of all of these various priorities as they came up. And as we learned from various stakeholders who participated in our expert interviews.
The other thing we did today was we brought in people from around the organization, and as we kind of interviewed them and listened to them talk about this work that we want to do, we were sort of writing down questions that would address a certain risk or a certain opportunity. What's interesting about that process is that you start to see that everyone is worried about the same things.
I think Crazy Eights is really pushing us to take one idea, do it 8 different times in 8 different ways in a minute.
And it really kind of challenged us to think about things both quickly, but also in different ways, and really think more so outside of the box and outside of our comfort zones.
I said to Fran, I just unlocked something as part of doing this. This is an amazing process to see.
I would draw out a sketch and say, okay, here's what it is. I'm setting it up so you can knock it down. So if you think we can do better here, do better. I just want to set it up so that we can fail fast on a micro idea to build out to a larger idea.
Storyboarding was challenging because, how much detail do you need, kind of going back and forth, but by the end of the day got us to a place where we had a core kind of foundation for what we wanted to build. The goal here is to have something, it's not like a whole built product, but it's enough that the user can understand what we're trying to do.
It was like crunch time. We sort of had to converge and just say, we need to get this done. We have a single day to create this prototype that's going to be tested tomorrow. I love talking with users, and there's just so much that you can learn from them.
The major findings was that people really trusted it and thought it looked legitimate. One of our biggest issues that we were trying to solve is how is the Weekender going to come across as credible and trustworthy.
They really did validate the designs of what we'd come up with. Hearing users say, wow, I love this, I would totally use this.
And I think that through all of that great conversation, we just got really inspired and we were like, why haven't we been doing this before?
This probably could have taken a year just to sort of develop where we are now, and it just took 5 days of really hard work, which is pretty incredible.
I love being able to bring a whole mix of ranges of experience.
It allows for new ideas to be generated.
This is just the first step of a long journey of innovation.